It's going to be a hard one today, boys.
I'm doing good, thanks. Is it just me, or all these new bands we're discovering sound like Alice in Chains?
It's almost like Alice in Chains might be all right, huh?
Yeah, I'm okay with them. They ain't never done me wrong.
There is absolutely a little of this, a little of that here and there. Let's see, a Snakes that album just dropped like a month ago. It's they absolutely use a lot of the diminished shit that Alice in Chains does. So yeah, there's some similarity there.
Yeah, we're lousy with good music. It's a good problem to have.
I ain't complaining.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good problem to have.
Sonata, that was another one we checked out yesterday. Theirs was actually from like 2018. It's not new, but same. Those guys, they actually do sound just like. It's like I'm going to list off their influences, and Alice in Chains is half.
They got a lot going for them.
Made for Metal podcast. Get together and bullshit every other Friday, I guess.
Whoop.
And it's Friday.
And it's Friday. That's good news after. I don't want to say it's been a long week. It was a hard Thursday.
Yeah, one hard day can make it seem like a hard week for sure.
Yeah, there might be some shades of like old timey rage coming out of me on this one because of yesterday, because some other shit. I don't know why people think I care. I want to state
gave him that idea.
I want to state for the record right now that if you've been accustomed to me sending you a link to this, you're going to have to find it on your own. I will send it to you if you have something to do with this show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deal with threats. If you say I'm not going to listen because you don't send me the link, you know what? I don't want you fucking listening. I don't want you doing it. I want you to go fuck yourself and leave me alone because I am not doing this for you. I'm not doing this for anybody except for my fucking self and this little circle of friends that I have here that are willing to put up with my nonsense.
Sure. Fuck yeah. I view this as
it was a thing
healing.
Yeah, this
time.
was never about viewership. I guess
Never.
I have no context, so I don't know what the fuck's going
that's
on.
the
Piss
thing.
podcast.
If you're
Oh yeah.
if you're a relative and you're not really all that close and you think that you've got some gravitas, I'm just letting you know you don't. That's all.
Oof.
Shots fired.
I need to start cutting back on relatives anyway, right? So
I mean, I cut a father and a sister off last year, so
Man,
you
that's
know,
the
I
way
don't
to
know.
go.
I'm not the person to talk to about that. I'm
actually,
a little cutthroat.
You're the perfect person to talk to. Like I'm trying to cut the chaff from the wheat. How do I do that?
I don't know. I just have some pretty hard boundaries, I guess, sometimes, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not fucking putting up with your shit anymore.
And then there are people that's like, well, fuck you. You have to treat me. No, you know what? I have to do. I have to live my life, and you have to live yours.
Yeah.
And if you don't lay down threats because that's not going to fucking end well for you.
Yeah, I guess my thing is I've never had a problem. Like, it hurts, don't get me wrong, I miss people, but like my peace is more important.
I kind of take it as a little bit of a relief.
That's sometimes I get like nostalgic. So
yeah. But there's that. So yeah, unless you have something to do with the show. LJ, yeah, you're going to get a link. You guys clearly because for post stuff and everything else. But man, beyond that, you're going to have to find it yourself. You're a grown up. You're a big boy, big girl. You can do it.
I don't know, since like the channel, I'm subscribed to it, so like I get notifications. So even if you didn't send it, I would. Well,
that's the other one too, because if you are really a supporter of the cause, you're going to subscribe.
Yeah, and then you can turn the bell on to all notifications, and it'll tell you.
Yeah, and you'll get a ding once every 2 weeks. I guarantee it. 26 times a year. Yeah, you'll get a notification. I ain't sending you links anymore.
I mean, I don't know.
Bitch, you've been cut off.
Well,
It would make sense if YouTube didn't have a way to be like, well, you subscribe these motherfuckers
Correct.
and you have a phone, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
No, and then that's all you gotta do is hit a button just like you do when you fucking go out of your way to send it. That's all. That's it.
So I don't know. There's this weird assumption that I'm willing to deal with some shit, and I'm not. And so I just want to make sure that that everyone is very clear. If you're listening to this right now, I want to make sure you're very clear of where I stand on this. So enjoy your day and leave me the fuck alone.
I see you are not the one to trifle with.
Well, as you had said, I've got you got to draw some hard lines in the sand once in a while. And here it is.
Yes, you do. It's rough shit.
So, how's your week? Yours is great, huh?
Yeah, it's a weird mixture of great and like just a lot. Personally, it's great, but I would say culturally, it's not great because life in America is a trip.
Yeah, but you have a house now made out of wood and stone and brick.
I have a house, yay!
A level 3 house.
I am a proud homeowner.
Hell yeah.
Technically not on the paperwork, but I mean, it's fine. I didn't want to be on the paperwork. But anyway, I'm pumped. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to show y'all because I know you may pop through in April.
Yeah, that's a strong possibility. Maybe.
Now, I know that y'all don't know.
That also depends because a lot of times we get done with the show and we haul ass back.
Yes, and I had a feeling you might end up doing that instead, and that's okay. But.
Strong possibility. It's a matter of whether I want to wake up in my own bed or somewhere else and then have to make a road trip.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't blame you. Sometimes it's easier to just go and just stay up really late.
Yeah, especially if you're in a big city and at the end of a show and it's 11:30 at night. It's a little easier to navigate your way around, especially in a city where fucking people are just as fucked up as a football bat,
Oh yeah.
We witnessed like firsthand there in the Duke City. Was it Deftones? Maybe not. I don't know. We were up there, and Ruben was in the back seat, and Ruben's like, "Whoa! This fool getting ready to run in this guy!" And sure as shit, just sitting there watching, and this guy merges, just slams his way into a lane, like, well, huh? It wasn't that he wasn't paying attention. It wasn't that the traffic was moving fast. This shit was at a dead stop, and this guy just decides, I need to get in that lane and fuck the truck that's sitting there right now.
Holy shit. I've never witnessed anything like it, but it's notorious. There are all kinds of stupid shit happens there.
So, man.
We live in the safest part, but it's still a trip.
Fucking gas pedal and white knuckles and eyes closed. Yeah. That's how they drive.
No, it's really bad. You have to really be paying attention. I think we've been up there a lot recently, and I've had to multiple times avoid accidents for exactly what you're describing. Like people not watching while they're merging. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Got a friend of mine, she lives up there, and she's like, yeah, I don't really get on the interstates too much. Like, why is that? And I thought, I was like, oh, because that's where the shittiest drivers in the entire city are at.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're in the old Coors, apparently, but yeah. Those places, when you get to a really, really old road that connects a couple of major sections of the city, and that's the only means of getting in.
Getting there, yeah.
And everybody wants to use it.
Yeah. So, and they're constantly, as all major cities are, there's constant construction.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they choose the worst time of year over the summer
to do construction.
And they decide to do it usually at huge interchanges, where two interstates meet or whatnot, Like, who the fuck came up with this?
Yeah, people.
Who thought this was a good idea? I don't know.
Some dumbass.
Wasn't mine, I know that.
And I'm not saying that Lubbock, Texas has it right. But that's a big circle with a grid laid out in the middle because they know that their people are stupid, right? I mean.
It's very convenient to navigate there.
Yeah, I mean, especially, and it's like, wait a minute, this is too convenient. Let's make it even more convenient. We're going to put this weird slash through it. So like a big circle around the city with a slash through it, like they're opposed to their own city or something. But and they call it like the Marcia something freeway. But yeah, right through the middle of that shit. And it's like, goddamn, you can get from one entire side of Lubbock, and I forget what their population, around 200,000, I guess, something like that.
Yeah,
from one side to the other side in a matter of 12 minutes? Right. It's ridiculous. What other major American city are you doing that?
Yeah, there's no way.
God,
although then again, that's also saying that they're a major American city. I don't know.
It's major for this area.
There's semi-pro league.
I go there to test next week. I finally got a test date, y'all.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good. So you become a,
so I can be
super
official.
nurse.
Yeah, official
Mecca
RN.
Ultra Nurse.
Woo! So anyway, fuck yeah.
So how's your week going, shitbird?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
God, you know, it's fine.
Oh, that good, huh?
It started out a little rough. But
We're talking about some shit before we got started here today because Krista had mentioned January seemed extra long to her, and I noticed that I haven't been on social media very much. Matter of fact, I don't think I posted anything on Facebook in like 6 weeks now. I think something like that.
Yeah, I feel like Christmas-ish was the last time for you.
I don't want to know what anybody else thinks of what I think. So I have to set it as like I'm the only audience for it. How do you know I haven't been posting 15 times a day?
That's right. I'm talking to myself.
Posting it as a diary. But no, but I don't care what people think. And I feel like if I post shit on Facebook, then people might let me know what they think. So in order to avoid that, I just don't post.
Best way to do it, man.
But I have been seeing a lot of people bitching about January. Goddamn, even this one Scottish page I follow, about something about snow lasts this long, love lasts this long, blah, 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 but January lasts all year, Like, you just settle down, you bunch of Nancys. Goddamn.
It'll be February tomorrow.
It ain't that bad. There are several months with 31 days in.
There are.
I realize that it feels longer because you got that transition out of the good times and the holidays.
I think that's why. I think it's the holiday drag, and then it is a long month. This, at least for me, with the inauguration, it's been particularly a lot.
I didn't pay attention to any of that shit.
Oh, I've been paying way too.
I guess who's the co-president, the first buddy?
Oh, JD.
Elon Musk.
No.
Elon Musk.
Oh, yes.
Throwing down, the Nazi hand salute,
That's...
and then trying to claim, it was really Roman. Looky here, you fucking nerd. Fuck? You know what you were doing, and you know your audience. Jesus. Looking at you, Chancellorsville. But yeah,
looking at you, Bryce Mitchell.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago on the podcast, Brandon at the very end said, I got some Bryce Mitchell news. Like, God damn, we're just wrapping up. He's like, you know what? I will do it next time. And fortuitously, we didn't talk about Bryce Mitchell 2 weeks ago because that guy rolled over some nuggets here over the last week, proving exactly, wow, he might be the dumbest man in the entire state of Arkansas.
What?
Which is amazing to say. Given the number of piss drinkers in that state,
it's really terrifying, actually. Just how, okay.
To recap, he was the guy, by the way, back during the pandemic. He gets done with a fight, wins, Joe Rogan interviews him. Rogan's getting ready to walk in. Whoa, hold on. And Rogan puts the mic back under his stupid mouth. He goes, you got to get them masks off them kids. They can't breathe.
Jesus.
Yeah, the same guy.
He wants to live the life of ISIS, but with Jesus instead of, some brown guy.
Lovely.
Yeah.
White Jesus and not brown Jesus?
That's his jam. So
this is a guy that thinks Hitler was a good dude.
Oh,
there it is.
Yum.
That's the one from this past week.
Oh, boy. How fun.
Said he was a good guy. And he said if it wasn't for all the meth, he could probably go fishing with him.
I did read that tweet. I was like, who is this? This is not a good take.
He's one of the biggest assholes in the UFC and one of the dumbest men in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, you said my stance.
I was like, I don't have to say.
He even went as far as to say he's going to change his nickname from Thug Nasty to Adolf Mitchler.
Ew.
So Bruce Buffer has to say it.
Dana White never, ever criticizes his fighters. Sean Strickland is just a goddamn loose cannon and will say whatever the fuck. And it's questionable, yes. But it's not like Nazi fucking shit. But Dana White will never, ever say anything. He's like, Sean Strickland said, if you want to hear a dumb answer, don't ask Sean anything. This is the one time I've ever heard Dana White say something negative about one of his fighters saying something.
He said
that's the dumbest shit. He said fuck. I forget what the direct quote was, but Dana White absolutely criticizing one of his fighters for saying something stupid, which he never does. This is the one time he's like, well, no. I guess this motherfucker might have stepped over a line here.
Well, I mean.
And you done fucked up when your comments make it to like a major news source too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read about it on CNN.
You know, and Dana White will keep him on the in the promotion just to give a big middle finger to the, what do they call it, the legacy media. You know,
Sure. Yeah.
But Bryce Mitchell will probably quietly leave that promotion, I have a feeling.
Would you like to hear the quote from Dana White?
Yes, I would love to hear the quote.
I've heard a lot of dumb and ignorant shit in my day, but this is probably one of the worst. When you talk about Hitler, he was responsible for the death of 6 million Jews, and he tried to completely eliminate a race of people. Hitler is one of the most disgusting and evil human beings to ever walk the face of the earth, and anyone that even tries to take an opposing position is a moron.
That's it.
Yeah.
One of the few times that I absolutely get on page with Mr. Wife Slapper.
That's the problem with the internet and social media. You provide a platform for a lot of dumb and ignorant people.
Yes.
And he's got a promotion full of them.
10,000%.
But then he parlays it into basically this. Says, that's a beautiful thing about this business. For all you that hate Bryce Mitchell, you get to see him hopefully get his ass whooped on global television.
Oh, well, there you go.
If they pair him against a striker, you bet your ass I'm there. I will watch.
I'm telling you, man, he changed after that flatline knockout he suffered.
He's always been dumb, though.
I mean, but Matt Brown made him completely stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these weird, because making a statement like that, well, I told myself I wasn't going to go political in this one because a lot of you are a little pissed off about that. But how do you reconcile that you're like, the Jews did this, blah, 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 blah. Hey, go Israel, though. How do you reconcile that?
It's called being a Zionist versus being an anti-Semite.
Well, you realize then if you're a Zionist, the people you're rooting on are Jews, right?
But they're for the state of Israel and basically Israel as a proxy for the United States. So in my opinion, it's more of a colonial perspective. And most Zionists are actually Christians because they want to usher in the second coming of Christ, which they believe happens when the Holy Land explodes.
That's why they want to get their hands on some nukes. So
let's get her going there, bud.
And I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to be actively trying to usher in end times. I feel like that is not how this works.
Yeah.
But okay.
Just got to let it happen naturally.
Whatever. It's just a shit show.
And since I'm on the political one, and again, I'm not going to go deep on this one this week, but I was watching. So every day I raise my own blood pressure every day. I watch this stupid fucking show, Price is Right.
Oh.
Because I can do it during my breathing treatment, so I can.
Is it like the new Price is Right, or is it old? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
with the guy that was on the Drew Carey show. What's his
okay.
name? Drew Carey.
Oh yeah, I was like, it's that guy, isn't it?
Yeah, the skinniest fat man in show business.
Yeah, he's such a strange looking dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to get him on something with Kevin Smith. So it's like, what the fuck happened? These both look like vibrant men. Now they look like a fucking mop with some clothes hanging on it.
That's not a good look.
So I'm watching that shit yesterday, and all of a sudden it cuts away to a special news break, and I thought, all right, it's probably about the plane crash.
Yeah.
For posterity's sake, or to bring you up to speed in case you were a lucky person that blocks out all news. There was a plane crash involving an American Airlines regional charter and a U.S. Army helicopter. They're at Washington, D.C., or in an approach to Washington. Day before yesterday.
Wednesday night.
That was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So what's day before yesterday? Crash. Everyone's dead because that's what happens in midair collisions.
Yeah.
So I'm watching The Price is Right yesterday, and and I'm already getting pissed off at Drew Carey, and then that's where I need to keep myself in check because it could be worse. They could cut away and go to President Donald James Trump.
Ooh. Old DJT.
I don't know if that's his middle name.
I thought it was John, but it might be James. I don't know.
Jerk face.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. Anyway, Donald J. Trump, president number 45 and 47, who lost the election in 2020.
I like 43. That's my favorite number.
Okay. Comes on. Like, okay. Which I was shocked because I thought, wait a minute. This isn't this guy's game. This guy doesn't come on to smooth things over, reassure the nation. That's not what he usually does. So I was a little taken aback. I thought, well, bring it on. I want to hear what he has to say. And it was kind of heartfelt for about 2.5 minutes. By the third minute, he was blaming the Obama administration and the Biden administration.
Yes.
Those which sandwiched his first administration.
Yes, correct.
Blamed them basically for the fucking crash. Trying to say that basically.
DEI killed them.
Essentially saying that that dwarfism is what caused this. And talking about the level of genius you have to be to work in air traffic control. And I've known some air traffic controllers. A few of them are pretty bright. There's some of them that are dumb as shit. Not Bryce Mitchell dumb, but
okay, that's good.
It's again, there's not enough people. They're not staffing appropriately. Much like in nursing, it's a staffing issue.
Yeah.
So
I mean, legitimately, it is not an easy occupation to get into, contrary to what the president of the United States said. But yeah, it took him like 3 minutes, and then he's already into this, blaming other administrations for DEI and everything. And that is, by the way, the very first and primary goal of Project 2025, which is also the agenda for the Trump administration for the second term. Before he tries to set up, we'll have a third. They're already working on that. But
oh boy,
can't wait for that.
Yeah, let's just make him dictator for life. He's already a dick, and he clearly likes taters according to the fast food diet he lives on.
Old dictatorship.
I just don't. Do you just think he's preserving himself? I'm like, how are you still like okay?
I don't think he is. I thought it was ridiculous that people were talking about the cognitive decline in Joe Biden, and this motherfucker is 3-4 years younger than Biden is. Like, hold on, let's talk about this.
Yes.
This guy's got some horrible ideas and everything else.
Yes.
And is really only purely engaged with the promotion of himself.
Yes, that is correct.
It just blows my mind a little bit.
He loves the cult of personality and like the celebrity of it, but he doesn't. I don't think he actually wants to be like a president. I just think he likes the attention.
He fucking doesn't like it if somebody else is getting a little bit of spotlight.
Yeah.
There's a schism going on between him and Elon Musk now because they're two fuckers with the biggest egos on planet Earth. And Musk figured out he was the first billionaire nerd to figure it out. It's like, man, I start kissing his ass. I'm along for the ride.
Yes.
Now Zuckerberg trying to get a piece of that action, but Zuckerberg, we all know what they were doing, and now he's contributing to a huge chunk of Donald J. Trump's presidential library, which I'm assuming will have a lot of coloring books, right?
Yes. A lot of books with the pages stuck together. Primarily old Western romance novels.
Ones of Eastern European porn stars. Or, I'm sorry, former. I need to be respectful of the First Lady. Former porn star. The one that showed up looking like a fucking the Hamburglar at the inauguration.
Hilarious.
What the hell was that?
I just
like the top of a Pizza Hut building.
It was. But did you see where her hat worked as like a fence? So, like, when Trump tried to kiss her, he couldn't, like, lean in. So, yeah, it was perfect. I was like,
it was built for effect.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and she's
it was functional.
She's the one you just don't see her very often. So, and I think there's a reason for that, and it's probably because she knows exactly who that dude is. So.
Yeah. She's probably got some regrets, but doesn't know how to get out of it. Maybe. I might be giving her too much credit. I do not know. Yeah,
I really like that, too, seeing, like, a lot of... your more right-leaning online media talking about how Michelle, is that her name? Michelle Obama? Yeah, they're like, they might be headed for a divorce. It's like, why are you rooting for that? Because you'd be angry if I was rooting for, the Eastern European to fucking get her wits about her. You'd be angry if I suggested the same thing.
Yeah, it is bizarre.
And it is a weird dichotomy that we're living in now. You have to recognize if you're not a white male, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be a problem. It's a problem when immigrations and customs enforcement are pulling Native Americans over in a town not far from here because, to make sure they're American citizens. Like, motherfucker, they're more American than you are.
Yeah, you better shut
Exactly.
up.
Like, how did that happen? It's because, we're operating on, if you ain't white, we're going to look into you.
Yeah, we're going to double
check.
And
I hate that world. I felt like we were making some progress for a while.
We were. It's not so much
Man,
anymore.
the racists are emboldened.
Yeah, they are. That's it.
And that's the whole thing. It's like, well, if you don't like it here, you ought to be deported too. It's like, whoa. Well, wait a minute. That's a different fucking leap altogether. If you don't like what a political party is doing, you should also be deported. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard, and they're not saying it in a joking manner.
They are.
Oh no, they can cite their sources.
Well, they can, but they can't. as Christian as they are, they don't know what the Beatitudes are. If you bring that up, they can't fucking recite it.
Only the Catholics.
If you bring it up, they yeah, that's right. I get along with Catholics because they're drinkers too, so you know
They embrace it.
But yeah, it's all this nonsense that's just like, how dare you?
Where my country gone?
It's bizarre to me that we've kind of fallen into this crack, and I blame the Democratic fucking Party. By the way, before you think it was just one great big old man bashing job of Donald Trump and his wife Elon, the Democrats are to blame. Because they're like, fuck you, we're just going to roll out any candidate and they'll win because we know who we're running against. I don't think you did.
No.
You did not. And there were people that, see, I voted against Trump. I've already said that before. So that means I was going to vote for, goddamn, if my dog Miles was running, I was going to vote for Miles. Didn't matter. So whoever was not Trump was going to get my vote. And the Libertarian Party can go fuck itself for now until they unfuck their stuff. But they rolled out a candidate who just was like, I'll do whatever. Say what you want, and I will say that I will do it. I don't care. But yet roll over the same policies, and here we are with fuck, man. I haven't had a pay raise since 2018 because I'm in a spot where I can't really get promoted.
Yeah, that sucks. You should still get something, like even just like a 5%, 3%, nothing.
No.
Because that doesn't even keep up with inflation.
It does not, madam. But that's why I'll be moving on soon. But
yeah, holy shit.
But yeah, I made a lot more in 2018 than I am making right now.
Well, of course.
And there's no end to that. But yet, but all the chodes out there were saying, "Hey, man, you're going to get cheap gasoline and eggs again."
No.
If you bring it up now, they say, well, there ain't been enough time. Well, when am I allowed to objectively look at where the economy is at?
Didn't that cocksucker say he'd do that day one?
Day one.
He did.
Day one.
Yeah.
He did.
And the Ukrainian war is going to do that too.
Going to finish that off day one?
Up.
That is not wrapped up. Just
that old man was taking a nap before the end of the inauguration, probably.
Had him that large 3-topping depression pizza and took a nap.
He does have an interesting diet, shall we say. Uh-huh. And by that I mean he eats a lot of nonsense.
Yeah,
like nothing but fast food. How's this man like almost 80? He's almost an octogenarian.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I guess he has the good drugs. It's crazy what like statins and BP meds can do.
Maybe he ages the same way a Big Mac does when you leave it out.
He's like preserved. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, so the story of the day was yesterday I had to. Actually, it was better to cut away to Trump, I think, than watch Drew Carey and his alleged humor. But now yesterday, anything I touched that was electric got fucked up. And on top of that, the thing that I always blame on everything around here seems like it was in full gear yesterday.
Oh, was it? Lovely.
Well, so yeah, everything electric, fucking internet at work, shit, everything yesterday was fucked up. I'd accidentally bumped like the switch for rolling down like the back passenger window behind the driver's seat, and it went down and did not come back up. So I took it to a mechanic that I usually take it to. Yeah, that thing's burned up. That thing was fucking hot enough. I could have fried an egg on the motor and that.
Sounds expensive.
Walks in. Yeah, he goes in, orders it. So it'll arrive next week.
Oh, not the motor. I was talking about the egg.
Or there's that too, right? Yeah, dude's talking to the other guy. He's like, yeah, man. She says, it's almost like it's operating out of polarity because of how hot that the fucking motor got. Okay, fine. Hour later, I called my boss to let her know. I was like, the whole fucking day was a struggle when it came to electronics. I had to get her involved in some stuff to unfuck it, really.
Okay.
And I was explaining my day to her. She goes, that's so weird. Sounds like you were out of polarity. I'm like,
wow, what's this weird?
The only time I ever hear the word polarity is when I'm talking to fucking guitar players. Nerdy guitar players at that.
Speaking of nerdy guitar players.
You know what? That's actually a really good one, right there. I got to admit.
I did it. That's my first good one.
Yeah, the man that knows. He's our metal correspondent, or do you just call him just part of the show now, right?
Oh yeah, he's part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah, you bet.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's time to get the lowdown. What's going down with LJ?
And we're back once again with a metal portion of the Mead for Metal podcast. Now, there's a lot of rock that's being released today, and a lot of metal that people have to sift through. But never fear, this segment is here. Oh, that was really corny. Let's get on with the new releases, shall we? Now, for some people, the 80s are a magical time that happened in between the 70s and the boring 90s. But there's an album that I think you will like if you're a fan of that synth type of music that came out in the 80s. Specifically, the band Chris Harms, or rather the artist Chris Harms, with the album 1980. Oh yeah, I was listening to this and I immediately was taken back to that era. And I was only 3 years old when it ended. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more, how shall we say, brutal and heavy and new, well, I've got something for you. The band Grief Ritual with their album Collapse. I gotta tell you, these riffs are so fat, they just weighed me all the way to the ground. It was almost impossible to headbang. Okay, I was headbanging, but that's beside the point. This is some slow, heavy, and intense shit, and you gotta hear it to believe it. What, you think we were gonna pussy up because we started out with synth rock? Pfft. Please, I'm a metalhead. This is the metal portion of the Mead for Metal podcast, in case I have to remind you. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with another band that is heavy as dicks. I mean, heavy as... Just heavy. Yeah, that's just heavy. Now, I've lightened up a lot on black metal since this segment was handed to me, and honestly, I used to hate it because it all sounded the same, but these bands apparently have taken note of that and are shoving it back in my face with some actual really entertaining good shit, even though it is pretty anti-Christian, and I do have a lot of friends of all sorts of denominations, but this is called, and bear with me on this one, Naked Whipper. The album is called Chapel Defilement. If this is right up your alley, then I highly recommend you listen to this album. It's intense, it's violent, and it's dark. Now let's dial it back just a second and get a little less violent and a little more entertaining. This is a band I've never heard of before, and I think that you guys would be pretty entertained by them because I watched their album trailer. Kelsey Carter, both of them with a K, and The Heroines. That's the name of the band. The album is called Love Made Me Do It. If you guys love this kind of heavy shit that just sounds like something you would drive around to and headbang worthy, this is the album for you. Go ahead and check it out. I dare ya. I double dare ya. I triple... Okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Now, let's take another course. Let's say that you're into stuff like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Metallica, that sort of deal. There's a band called Wrath that you need to check out. The album is called Children of the Wicked, The Early Years. And this sounds to me like one of those mid-80s, late 70s type of albums, and it really sounds cool. This is what I dig. This is kind of like my vibe, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I live for this shit. Now, if you are a person who likes that kind of crunchy, shitty sounding recording quality, but the songs are pretty good, then there's a band I want you to check out, or an artist rather. I don't know which it is, but anyways, Jayle, Jaye space Jayle. The album is called After Altar, and that's altar spelled Alter. I'm listening to the album now, and I really like it, but it is a slow-going album. It's very slow, but it's fucking good. It has that nice, crunchy, crisp tape sound to it that I like because I'm a retro fool, and that's what I live for. Anyways, that is all we've got today for the list. Back to the meat hall with you, peasants. Just kidding, I love you guys. Mwah. Stay rockin' and rock the fuck on. See you next time!
Just one sip of Capri Sun starts the fun.
Capri Sun's drinking better than ever now. Capri Sun's drinking better than ever now.
One sip of fruit punch shakes the galaxy. Capri Sun starts the fun.
Sunnata.
It's another good one.
Yeah, that's actually from 2018, I think. But maybe not. Well, that was a live show too. So
Another one of those Alice in Chains bands.
That's one of the reasons I played it too. It's like, nope, You ain't heard nothing yet. Anyway, welcome to the show. Those of you that hit the time stamp, because I'm going to ask Brandon to do that. If you're one to avoid the political shit, and I don't blame you, yeah, this is where you jump into the fun times.
Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to the show. Just started.
I like to give people an option, and I just get so spun out these days. So, and I think everybody does, and I don't think it's helping anybody's mental health anywhere.
I'm definitely spun out.
So we'll talk about some real shit.
Let's talk about real shit.
Yeah.
I did a bad thing.
Oh, my.
Oh.
I forgot a buddy's birthday again.
Oh, well, he needs to start celebrating on your birthday. Do
well,
that.
you
That's
know,
what the rest of the world would do.
And I'll be honest, like, in essence, we do. I'm talking about my best brown buddy, Ruben.
Of course.
Like, I'm going to see how much Mike Portnoy fucking cameos run these days. Probably more expensive than the one I bought before.
Probably double. I bet.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me.
But tell them to start celebrating on your birthday, just like the Koreans do. South Korean people, they celebrate their birthday on January 1st, and that's it. Now, that's a traditional thing. It's kind of going by the wayside now, but yeah, that's just do that. So celebrate like Brandon and the South Koreans.
Yes, join me, won't you? So yeah, I always kind of beat myself up about that. I always like to at least reach out and be like, "Happy birthday, bro! It's a good one." And then
Is it today?
No, this is about 3 days ago.
Oh my! Well, I would have noticed, but I depend on Facebook.
Yeah,
for
I do too.
That
So
shit
I'll be
nowadays,
honest,
so.
I'm a shitbag, and I did.
And I realize he also ducks people, so that's
Happy belated.
probably why
Yes.
his birthday didn't pop up.
Yeah.
So, and I know that Ruben has some things he really enjoys on this show, and one of them is the games we do.
Oh yes.
So I have a game.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's not trivia. Think about it like a really odd family feud.
Okay.
So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to go on my Google Chrome and clear out all the porn I've been looking at first.
Okay. Well, that's always a smart move, right?
Because it utilizes Google search on the, when you type shit on in the bar
Sure.
in Google and it automatically starts filling it out for what it thinks you might be looking for.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
There's occasionally some pretty ridiculous shit up there.
Of course. I'm sure.
So,
with your
uh,
laptop, probably cream pie's top of the list.
So basically, well, we're going to find out today, folks. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just type something in that bar, and I'll let y'all know what it is.
Okay.
And each of you have 2 guesses to try to figure out what is the top.
Oh yeah.
What-
It's going
what
to be
is the
following
first
your
one?
algorithm. Oh my.
Well,
oh
now,
my.
It doesn't necessarily
clear it?
follow my algorithm, but it might. I don't know. I haven't really delved super deep
if you
into
haven't
it.
cleared your cookies, it might.
Oh, I clear my cookies daily, madam.
Oh, okay. Pardon me.
I'm so old school. I still go back and use Flash.
Okay, so for this first one, we're going to start very lighthearted.
Okay.
I typed in Will Farts. How do you think Google finished that for me?
Will farts catch on fire?
Number 4 answer, Will Farts
Ooh,
ignite.
look at this. All right.
Kevin Robbins.
Will farts kill me?
No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
But that's good. Good answer, not on there. Krista, one more from you.
Will farts smell in water?
Ooh, scientific one.
Another good answer, not on the list.
Okay, fair.
Kevin, you'll last.
All right. Will farts get me fired from work?
That seems a little bit more close to home for you. No, not on there.
Only where the elderly are concerned, by the way.
So basically what we had is the top answer was, will farts scare deer?
Oh. Now, God damn it. So you got a redneck like a
That's
fucking deer blind. Like, hold on now. Hold
Can
on.
I fart up here?
And I say that because it's not going to be a city dweller, probably.
No.
Followed right by, will farts destroy the planet?
Would third be, will farts bring us together again? I think that's a Coheed song.
It deviates from the will farts after that, but honorable mentions to, can farts get trapped? Do farts leave residue? And can you run out of farts?
This is nasty.
Can you run out of farts?
Wow.
Wouldn't that be something? I'd be really
Yeah,
depressed.
these
That'd
were
suck.
amazing.
I got to wait a month. I'm depleted.
I get one a month, and I got to save it for when I'm at work.
Same.
Amazing.
That's what I like about working at an old building. No one's there. Yeah. You just kind of like, well, I'm here. Hopefully no one walks in in the
Well, I
next
like working
60
around-
seconds.
Building around old people.
Right. This used to be a medical supply shop. That hence the smell.
I don't know. They're doing some weird sulfur treatment here. I don't know. There's a story there, but I'm not going to get into it today. I feel it might incriminate me because it looks like I'm going out of my way to be stinky when a woman comes around, and I kind of am. So.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know,
It's one way to chase
there's
them,
being polite, and there's other ways of deterrence, and I'm going deterrence rather than being polite.
That is an effective one.
But I ain't scaring any deer, apparently. So, you know, got that going for me, which
I
is
would
nice.
not have even guessed that in a million years.
All right, we'll try one more.
Okay.
That was actually, the farts one was rather entertaining.
Well, and I'm sure the birthday boy appreciated it.
Well, yeah. So last one on this, I typed in, do chickens have? Kevin, we'll start with you first.
Okay. Where shall we go with that? What would dumb people ask for? Wow. Where would they go with that? Holy shit.
Get into the brain of an idiot.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of. I was trying to summon my Bryce Mitchell. Do chickens all lay eggs?
Not on there.
Okay.
Maybe the world's good on that information.
Yeah. Well, because some asshole, like, do roosters also? Yeah.
Do chickens have vaginas?
Oh shit, that's probably on the list.
Not on the list.
Holy shit.
Kind of
Fact-
like in the wheelhouse.
Okay.
Everybody knows it's
approaching
called a
it.
cloaca. Animal anatomy for you.
Although there is on there, will chickens have sex?
Oh my god.
Yeah, do chickens have sex?
Oh my god.
I'm sure.
Kevin, chance to get on the board. What do you think's going to be on there?
do chickens have sex?
Goddamn, I get that shit.
Do chickens fly? That would seem like maybe a basic one.
Well, it's do chickens have?
Oh, do chickens have? Okay, I cut it off at chickens. Yeah, I don't know. Do chickens have testicles? Let's go with that one. Vagina, not so much, but I feel like men are going to search and they want to know.
Good answer, not on the
They
list.
want to know what's got balls and what ain't,
Do
especially in
chickens
Thailand.
have teeth?
That is a number one answer.
Oh my god! Look at this
Do
chick.
chickens have teeth?
Yeah.
That's pretty great. 'Cause there was some old Hoosierism that my mother would use. And some about a chicken's, a hen's, some about a chicken's teeth, but I don't remember what the hell it was. Some colloquialism.
Sure.
I don't know.
Look, I never met a toothless chicken.
No, I wanted something like that, but something like I'd give some that a chicken would give its hen teeth or something.
Jesus.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. A lot of odd knowledge passed when she left this world, man.
Sure.
And the honorable mentions go to, do chickens have ears?
Okay.
Do chickens have tongues? Do chickens have feelings?
Oh boy.
And do chickens have brains?
Oh. Okie dokie.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, I guess. Well, apparently not clearly.
Although if I had to pick best one, it is, do chickens have knees?
Yeah. There you go. Want to know? Saw that goddamn Big Bird on Sesame Street.
That's right. Look at it. I mean, do their wings have knees?
And that's it? Just two? Lame.
That was really fun.
That
Bring
was
it down.
pretty
There you go,
goddamn
Ruben. Happy late one,
That's
bro.
it. I'm gonna
Happy
do I'm gonna
belated.
steal this
And
and do it again.
And if
This
that
was fun.
and if that wasn't good enough for you, just go back and watch that Mike Portnoy video that I got you years ago.
There you
and
go.
Just pretend that's new.
It counts exactly the
That's
same.
right. That's what I paid for. It's like every time I forget, just watch that video. It's basically the same sentiment.
The perpetual video.
man.
Ruben.
That's right.
Ruben. We'll probably close with that.
It's a hell of a thing to have your drum icon root you on by name.
That's
fucking
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty
I'm
great.
going to apologize to people now. I'm just going to have other people do it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, they said what? Let me let me get on Cameo. Hold on.
I forgot I motherfucked that one guy.
Hey, man, this is Matthew McConaughey. My friend Kevin wanted you to know that you can go fuck yourself.
You have a good one now.
You stay good now. All right, all right.
Oh, man.
We good?
Where are we?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if we
Oh,
were
I don't know why I answered that way.
Well, because I thought, well, if we're only doing 2 of those, I'm assuming we're kind of starting to get up against it.
No,
on
we
time.
got some time.
Oh, you're just
I
being,
just- I
you're
don't-
just being you're just holding back on the good stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
I
I
see.
don't want to splurge out all my goodness.
Let's talk about fights, fist fighting.
Okay.
So, Cat Williams won,
0-1.
and Glenn Danzig.
0-1.
Okay. So, for the uninitiated, and the 2 are not related in any way, shape, or form. Matter of fact, Cat Williams is 100 times worse because it was a child. Cat Williams got his ass kicked, laid out by like a 16-year-old.
What do you mean? The kid took his back and had him in a choke.
Yeah.
And Cat Williams is there like basically saying, stop playing, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, but he choked him out, right?
I don't know if he actually, because the video I remember seeing is just basically Cat Williams being supplicant to this teenager as he's, but
Yeah, I-
could choke him out at any moment.
I thought he was laid
He probably
out,
did.
But I don't know. But anyway, but there's that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
A 16-year-old. Like, yeah. There's certain shit
hilarious.
as an adult man you don't do. You don't fight children because you might lose. You know?
Right. And
And then
if you win, you still lose.
That's it. Yeah. It's
I
like,
was
you
like,
beat up a child.
Yeah.
Glenn Danzig, a little bit different. It was a fan, and I'm pretty sure that fan was 18.
Oh, well, no, this was not a fan.
Oh.
It was a member of band. Hold on.
Okay. Now, this is a whole goddamn, I might be thinking of a different Glenn Danzig knockout, maybe. Was this the one where it was the fucking openers that they'd had? I want to say. Well, he's the one searching on the laptop. Ever a fan of the Misfits? I know that's probably like around the time you were born.
I know a few of
but I
their
know it's
songs.
but it's your jam. though,
Yeah.
so.
No, I don't know them very well.
Being
but I
all
know a
punk
few.
and whatnot.
Uh-huh. Nope, I definitely listened
It
to
was
them.
a hardcore punk band called Northside Kings.
Oh.
God.
Well, that sounds like somebody you don't want to fuck with anyway.
And the man's name was Danny Marianino.
Oh,
okay.
well,
Sounds very Italian.
Yeah.
it does. That sounds like that was a dumb call.
A very Italian last name and a band with where the word Kings appears in the name.
If you'd like to see a photo, that's how it looked before the punch. The guy in the black shirt is the one that
Right.
laid down the justice.
Yes.
Okay. So you got a big old doughy looking Glenn Danzig.
Oh no, the bald guy, that ain't Glenn.
I know.
Oh, I see what you did
Yeah.
there. Very nice, very nice. Sir.
Damn.
Yeah,
But-
and I can't even remember what the conversation was about.
I don't know. Are you sure that Glenn Danzig didn't get laid out a second time by a fan? Because I have something, and it might be a Mandela effect.
Are you thinking the one where Danzig pushes a guy, says "fuck you, man," and the guy just lays him out?
And he looks like an 18-year-old, maybe.
Well, that's how this video. Like Danzig pushes that guy, tells him to "fuck you," and the guy just reels back and destroys him.
Yikes.
I don't know.
Now,
I think I've got some jumbled memories in there, but also about a guy and a band.
That's
that I didn't
okay.
really give
If
damn
there's a
about.
second one out there, we'll find it.
Yeah.
Because if there is, I want to fucking see it.
What'd you do this weekend? Well, watch Glenn Danzig get knocked out.
Watch asshole celebrity and musicians get dealt with. It was great.
Pretty great stuff.
That's how you close out January.
Yeah. All right, so where the rubber meets the road. This podcast we got right here. This is it for until 2 weeks from now. We'll be into February. I'm assuming by that time we don't have no Krista.
I will be a resident of Albuquerque.
Okay. Which
The
means we only
Cougs
see a
live.
couple time a year then. Mm-hmm. Okay. LJ, that means you're going to have to get your ass down here every once in a while. You got to start doing some live shit like you did a while
That's
back.
right. Ruben,
So that's my way I'm going to force him into fucking jamming afterward. So
Ruben too. Ruben too.
that's it.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
on out here.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I have a funny feeling 2 weeks from today it's me and this bastard, and that's it. And it sounds like old times where we're just bitching about injuries and or how shitty our week went or whatever.
5 beer deep by the time we wrap it up.
All right. Well, I will say this. It's always been great having you around and being a fucking regular for like 2.5 years or something like
Yeah.
that.
It has
I didn't
been
realize
a
it had been that
good
long.
while.
Been a while.
Since
2
like
years?
since like episode 209.
I don't know, but you know what I mean. But
You
going
had
up,
a different last name when you started.
yeah,
I did.
and
yes.
predating all of that, hanging out shit even before the world went on lockdown or immediately were thereafter, and then that's when you started hanging out regularly.
Yes.
And I got to say, it's been a hell of a fun 5 years. So
Yeah, it
you know.
really has.
Hell
And,
yeah.
and as long as I ain't homeless, you're never going to be homeless.
Oh, yeah,
So,
brother, I appreciate it.
so there's always I'll be Tom Bodette.
Ooh.
Won't leave the light on for you. I don't know why I said it like fucking like John Morgan, Arthur Morgan.
Tom Bodette did not sound that aggro.
That's
And
true.
We won't leave that light on for you, boy.
If he did, well, he'd have to probably drop that rent.
For him $200. I don't know why. There are holes in the wall. I see eyeballs.
Them eyes of balls.
That's right. That's for the more waist level holes.
Oh my god.
Cool. Well, man, we want to call it good, or
You know what?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we've tapped this particular vein of gold,
Yeah, I think so.
and I think it's time to enjoy the rest of this fucking evening.
Fuck yeah.
Not bad. So this is this the last evening we're going to party with you then too, or are you going to be around
know.
next week?
I'll let y'all know. I'm
Okay.
not sure what the fuck's going on. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right. Well,
Day
cool.
by day.
I don't know. Friday's going to suck a little more now. So.
Yeah, that's all right. Life sucks, and we'll steer. Hey, we're oh god, I'm having a stroke.
We'll fucking do. We'll do something about it. Huh?
Damn.
Life sucks. We're here to help. Maybe.
Life sucks, and I smell burning toast.
Shit, man. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for hanging out with us this time around. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Like I said, I got money on it. It's just Brandon and I. Maybe LJ, if we're lucky.
Maybe might even get Ruben out here. You never know.
Ruben would be good to hang out with too. LJ likes to jam. That's why.
Maybe we'll get Jack. He's got a weird voice, but
He does have a weird voice.
You know,
I love that. People are like, is he on a witness protection program? Yes. Yes, he is.
matter of fact, he
He
is.
kind of is. You bet.
You seen that movie Goodfellas? Same guy.
Same guy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Well, I love my aunt, but she died. And my uncle, though, then he died.
Ruben, 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 Ruben.